Here we have a discussion panel. There are discussion panels about many different topics and themes, and what's important to remember about a discussion panel is that they give children the space, the time, and the opportunity to express themselves and to self-reflect. What's also great about discussion panels is that you can play a wide number of activities with each panel. Let's take a look at a couple of different activities you can play. With every discussion panel, you have a number of different situations that you can find, sometimes over 80 different situations. There are also a number of different activities. Let's take a look at a couple easy, more accessible activities. For example, counting or searching. For searching, you can ask a child, or in this case, I'll choose an image, this ball, and I'll ask the child to find that image in one of the situations in the panel. Here, they would find it here. Another thing is you can ask a child to find an image, I'll say stars, and to count the number of times that they find that image in a panel. Here they would look to the top and count 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the stars that they find. There are also a number of activities that you can do with words or word games. For example, a game called Taboo, where you ask a child to describe a situation without using a specific word. For example, you point out the people here around the fire and you ask them to describe the situation without using the word fire. Another game is called Alphabet, where you can give a child a letter from the alphabet, let's say the letter S, and you ask them to find an image in a situation on the panel with that letter. For example, S, they find the snake. Another easy activity that you can play with the discussion panel is called What Comes Next. So you choose a situation on the panel and you ask the child to describe what comes next. What are the people going to do after? For example, this situation where a man is drawing, you ask the child what comes next. The child may say they will finish their drawing and sell it to a tourist. Another activity is called What Does He See? Or What Does She See? You choose a situation and a person. In this case, we'll choose this woman, and you ask the child, what does that person see? They may say, they see a person playing the guitar and earning some money. Let's take a look at a number of creative activities that you can use on the discussion panel. These are a little bit more demanding. As I had mentioned earlier, a discussion panel gives a child the space, time, and opportunity to reflect on their own situation and express themselves. A way to do this is to maybe choose a certain situation and ask the child to give their own opinion of that situation. This can be used as a great starting point to get the child to speak about their own story. For example, this situation of a man drawing, you can say to the child, it looks like this person draws very well. Is there something that you do well? And there you can focus on the child's talents and begin to grow from there. There are also many activities you can do around theater, improvisation, and miming with the discussion panel. You can, for example, pick a situation and ask the kids to act it out, to role play the situation. To put more of a game element on it, you can ask one group of kids to act out a situation. For example, here we'll do the people dancing, and then you ask another group to guess where on the board, on the panel, that situation is happening. So they have to find the group of dancers. With the discussion panel, you can also make use of the puppetry window. Here you can choose a situation and ask a child or a group of children to act out that situation using the puppets in the window. This is also a great way to have a child act out expressively or creatively without giving them the feeling that they're acting out their own reality. Some children are more comfortable expressing themselves through storytelling. So what you can do there with the discussion panel is you choose a particular situation. For example, here on top you have a few different religious scenes, and you can ask the child to give their own interpretation of what's happening. They can do this verbally, they can tell everyone the story, or they can even write it down with chalk on the chalkboard on the mobile school. Besides writing, drawing is a great way for children to express themselves using the discussion panel. You can choose an object or a situation, for example a church, and you can ask the child to draw it next to the discussion panel. There are also often references to music in the discussion panel. So for children who are more musically inclined, you can point to those situations or other situations and they can make up a song, they can play their own music, they can even create their own instruments from what they find around, and they can elaborate on the situations they see, but through music. Congratulations! Now you have a number of activities that you can use with the discussion panel. Before you go out there, make sure you keep 3 things in mind. 1, that you always stay with the pace of the child. 2, that you make the activities as fun and attractive as possible. And 3, that you use your own creativity. Feel free to come up with new games that are appropriate to your local context and the group you're working with. So now go out there, have fun, and enjoy your time with the kids.